Hi, thank you for joining us today. We're from Country Concessions in Cookstown, Ontario, Canada. Today I'm going to tell you about a tool called the Third Hand Binding Helper. It is from a company called Purple Hobbies, and it is a 3D printed tool, and it's actually really quite awesome. So you can see there's a little slot here, and that's where your fabric's going to go into. And this is adjustable, and there's a wing nut on here. So what you do is you put this onto your ironing board. Oh, sorry, I thought I had it backwards. Put it onto the ironing board, snug it up tight with the adjustable slot there, and turn the wing nut so that it's snug. Then you're going to feed your fabric into this. So you feed it through the curve here. And if you can't get it through, you can use a pin just to help it along. And once you get it through, you've got it folded in half. So this is going to help you iron your binding. You don't have to worry about using another hand because this is your third hand. So you simply set your iron here and you pull your binding through the slot and it folds it, and then you press it. You can move the iron along so you're not burning your ironing board, and it's just as simple as that. It works really, really well and quite quickly. If you're doing this by folding it as you go, it takes quite a while, and inevitably you end up burning your fingers. At least I do. So that is the Third Hand Binding Helper. Another tool from Purple Hobbies that we're going to talk to you today about is the binding wheel, and this is just so handy. So again, it's a 3D printed item, and it works for binding. What you do is you feed your binding into the slot, and this is the trickiest part of it, getting the binding in there. Once you do, you'll be all set. Even if you get a corner of it through, you can pull the rest through and straighten it out. So once you've got your binding started, you don't pull it out, you wind it up. And what this tool allows you to do is have your binding all neatly rolled onto this wheel and in one place. There we go. So you roll and roll and roll, and you can put an entire quilt's worth of binding on here. And once you get it on there, you then place this on the floor by your sewing machine. So if your sewing machine is sitting here, you would place this down on the floor, and then you start to bind your quilt just as you normally would. And this keeps it in place. It doesn't get caught in your chair when you move. It doesn't go underneath of your quilt and you sew it on in two places when you shouldn't. And it doesn't get attacked by your cat. So it just keeps your binding neat and tucked into one place and at the proper level if you put it just down beside your sewing machine, so that you can attach your binding quick as a wink. Thanks for joining us.